everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Nobody's here yet?
No.
You quiet. We're doing
7 people.
We're doing
here.
YouTube. Shush. Good girl. Maggie's being. Winnie, stop.
Nobody's waiting until people.
Winnie, quiet.
Oh, Winnie.
All right, you're out of here. Hang on, guys. Come on. Come on. Out. Okay. Maggie, you can stay. You're a good girl. All right.
Hi, Mexican Spec.
So where were we? Hello, Mexican Spec.
Coda Improvements, Ryan S., Ford Ltd., Kelsey Cunningham, Frank Emro, Josh H., Joe K., Nathan McCree, Oscar Gonzalez, and Greasy Garage so far.
Welcome, everybody. I'm a little perturbed. I'm more than just a little perturbed. I've just been watching all of these videos about Peanut the squirrel. What?
No, I was looking for a book to put my computer on. It's a little low. It's okay.
Are you guys familiar with this? Have you seen what's going on with this?
Oscar Gonzalez is posting pictures of the squirrel. Squirrel, yes. No smoking jacket, no.
No, I don't want the smoking jacket. I'll lower that. Okay.
Okay, that's a little better, thanks.
Yes. They feel better now.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Mexican Spec says, yes, I saw the story.
All right, so for you guys...
That was bull, how they did Peanut.
For you guys, Harambe was bad, right?
That was the mark of the beginning of all of the chaos that we have now.
Well, you know
that was the start of it.
There's something to that.
There is something to that.
Okay? Harambe was a bitch. That was really bad. Okay? But Peanut...
Why is Maggie staring at me?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Peanut, and let's not forget Fred, because Fred was a raccoon.
Right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So if you're not familiar with the story, right?
Yes, justice for Peanut.
So, okay, this guy, his name is Mark Longo, okay? So him and his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, okay? So one day this guy finds, he's driving down the street, okay? And he sees a squirrel get hit by a car. Mm-hmm. So the squirrel gets flattened. But there's a baby squirrel with the mother squirrel that got killed. So he takes the baby squirrel and he brings it home. Nice gesture. So he raises the squirrel.
Like Bambi. Right?
Well, like I don't even know. I don't even know. Okay, so
okay, go ahead.
He raises the squirrel, okay, and he like trains the squirrel. Mm-hmm. And the squirrel, he starts making videos, TikTok videos and Instagram, okay. And he trains the squirrel, and the squirrel does like these two are just totally attached. The squirrel is trained like a dog. Actually, I don't know too many dogs who are trained as well as that squirrel was. You watch some of these videos, they're crazy. So, at any rate, the guy's got this squirrel for 7 years, okay? They're together constantly. They play, they do tricks. It's just amazing stuff, right? And I've seen this before. Like, I wasn't aware it was Peanut, but I've seen the videos of the guy and the squirrel in the past. And I was like, wow, that's really nice. I didn't know any of the background story with it, okay? So, make a long story short, he's got the squirrel for 7 years, okay? And the squirrel starts gaining followers on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. He's got millions of fans, okay? Millions of followers across all of these different things. So now the squirrel is bringing in income, okay? So the guy who's raising a squirrel, he's not lining his pockets with this. He takes all of the money that the squirrel brings in and he buys a farm, okay? He buys a farm and he calls it Peanut's Freedom Farm, I think it is.
Is that what it is?
I think that's the name of it, okay? So he buys a farm, calls it Peanut's Freedom Farm, and turns it into an animal rescue. So now he's got 300 rescued animals there. Name it, everything across the way, horses on down, right?
Where's he located?
Upstate New York.
Upstate.
Okay, he was originally, I think, in New York City, someplace in that area.
Okay.
So now they have Peanut's Freedom Farm, and they're rescuing all of these animals, okay? This is fantastic. This is like, you could not ask for a more, fairy tale type of story, okay? saves the squirrel's life. The squirrel becomes famous, makes all kinds of money. They take the money and they use it for the best possible cause you can imagine. They're rescuing other animals with it. This is great. This guy this is the person who should be running the world, okay? All right, so all of this is going on, and in the meantime, of course, Peanut starts to develop some haters, okay? Because, that's the way the world is, okay? So,
Fat Wongs.
What's
It's
that?
wholesome. We can't have that.
No, of course not.
We can't.
You can't have wholesome, all right? Just like Harambe. Harambe was protecting that kid, right? I saw the videos. There was absolutely no reason to kill that. But anyway, that's besides the point. So, all right.
You make me want to smoke, Tony. You're making me nervous.
This bitch, I don't know her name.
Do you want me to get it for you?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
It doesn't
yes,
matter.
I can get it.
Okay, all we need to know is that she's a hateful, spiteful little freaking bitch. Complains. Because so New York has an agency, the Department of Environmental Conservation. I don't know. Okay, I know if it's part of the New York government. I know it's corrupt. I know it's twisted. I know that there's some, because I was born and raised in New York, so I know how New York works, and I know the type of people that New York City employs, and I know the type of people they have through their system. Okay, these are not all right. So I can't say anything about the agency. It may do good things. I don't know. And as far as the ordinance goes, right? So you're not supposed to keep certain types of animals, right? Like wild animals as pets. Okay, maybe that's not a bad rule. I can't pass judgment on that. But this wasn't just a pet. This is or a house. This was an animal sanctuary, and the house is part of the animal sanctuary. And the squirrel lives, and Fred the raccoon, lives inside the house with these people. Okay, in the sanctuary. So this bitch makes a complaint to the DEC, the Department of Environmental Protection. They get a judge to sign off on a search warrant. Okay, now imagine this. This is for a freaking squirrel. Okay, this is for a squirrel. Now New York City, right, is in free fall collapse. You got people doing all sorts of completely unspeakable things, unchecked, all through. Like the state is just.
Probably the judge that signed the paperwork, but go ahead.
This is a state. This is a state that you can't. Everything's like you can't go into a store and just buy something. Everything's behind plexiglass.
Yeah.
I was watching a video about this store that gets robbed in the city. They get robbed once an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't get robbed once a year, once a month. No, they get robbed once an hour. So if they're open for 12 hours for the day, they're gonna get robbed 12 times during the course of the day. This is New York City. I just saw this video this morning.
Right.
Okay,
That's normal, I guess.
that's normal. That's normal, okay? This is New York City, or New York. I'm not going to just separate New York from New York City because it's the same friggin' bureaucracy. It's the same people who running the pros. It's a big New York management club, okay? So they get a judge. They actually get a judge to sign off a search warrant based on this squirrel living in the house.
Charlie Roma says hello. It's almost time to leave New York. Oh,
Almost,
time.
Charlie, you're 20 years too late.
It's time. Leave now.
I have to say this again because it's so crazy. They get a judge to sign off on a search warrant on an animal sanctuary for a squirrel. Okay?
In the house.
In the house.
Right. That's the crime.
There's the crime. All right. Then, okay, they have between 12 and 15, I'm not sure, let's call it 12, a dozen. They have a dozen agents from this DEP raid the animal rescue and search the house. They put these people out on the street, okay, or outside the house.
I think it was 5 hours they searched.
5 hours. A dozen, okay, this is for a frickin' squirrel, okay? 5 hours. A dozen agents, right? This is, if you live in New York, this is your tax dollars at work, okay? Do the math, how much are they making an hour, right? A dozen of them for 5 hours, this is what your tax dollars go for.
Squirrel.
For a squirrel. What even an illegal squirrel? It's not a freaking squirrel. It's not legal or illegal, it's a goddamn squirrel. But it's not just a squirrel, it's a smart squirrel. It's a trained, domesticated squirrel that's followed by millions of people, that's loved by millions of people, like this completely wholesome thing, okay? I mean, the brass ring of wholesome this is, okay? All right. They raid the house, they keep these people outside for 5 hours. From what I understand, they question this guy's old lady about her immigration status. Let's stop and think about this for a second. Now, this is New York. This is New York, okay? The sanctuary, okay? They got hundreds of thousands of people from all over the world storming this place and robbing it blind in every possible conceivable way, okay? But they're going to check they want to go through her immigration status.
Yeah. I think it's all on purpose, to tell you the truth. How could it not be? It's so outrageous.
So, this is just so
It's
unbelievable.
outrageous.
But it's New York.
Yeah.
See, this is New York. I left New York because this is the mentality. Like to people all over the world who are joining into this, they're seeing the story for the first time, they're like, oh, that's so crazy. No, if you live in New York, it's not crazy. This is the kind of thing that is. This is what the management, this is what the government of New York is, okay? And the people who work for the agencies.
What upsets me is that the people were like, yeah, let's go along with this. Nobody was like, hey, wait a minute. Okay. Is this right?
So,
hey, wait a minute.
So now they seize this raccoon, these dozen agents seize the squirrel and the raccoon, Fred the raccoon. We keep forgetting about Fred the raccoon, okay?
Right.
But Fred wasn't as well known.
He
So
didn't do tricks, I don't think, right? I don't know.
it doesn't matter.
Right, I know, I'm just saying.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
what people aren't talking
These
about.
are these
Fred,
people's
raccoon.
pets.
I know.
Okay? They're more than pets. They're their family. This is their
understand.
family.
No, I
when you
know.
raise, I know, I'm not saying
Oh, I
it to
thought you
you.
yelling at me.
No, I'm not yelling at
I
you.
was like, what?
When you raise a pet, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a dog, a cat, a squirrel. It could be anything, okay? You raise it. You have the same maternal instincts over it that you do with your kids, okay? You want to protect. You want to nurture it. You want to, like, these are all, this is just natural. And that's how these people felt towards their squirrel and their friggin' raccoon, okay? They love these things. So, during the course of this seizing of the squirrel and the raccoon by these dozen agents, takes a dozen agents to raid a house and take a squirrel, and okay, one of them gets bit by the squirrel, right? Supposedly gets bit by the squirrel. So you would think that these trained people, professional squirrel raiders, okay, would know to have some sort of protective clothing, okay, and perhaps use a net to catch the freaking squirrel. Right? But no, evidently they're chasing it around with their bare hands.
I think they're using it as an excuse, to be honest.
Doesn't make any difference.
Because you should know how to handle it.
Doesn't make any difference. They're chasing this freaking squirrel around. The squirrel bites one of them in the hand, right? The squirrel should have ripped their friggin' eyes out, but no, the squirrel bit them on the hand.
Supposedly.
So now they take allegedly. So now they take the squirrel, okay, and the raccoon, Fred the raccoon. They take Peanut and Fred to wherever they go. They don't tell the owners where their parents, really. They don't tell their parents where they're taking their pets, okay? And then they just out and out kill them. They kill them, right? They have to be euthanized to be tested for rabies. Rabies. Yeah. This thing, the Peanut was there its entire life. Where would it get rabies from? Well, why wouldn't you just, if that's the case and you were concerned with that, why don't you just quarantine it? Why don't you just put it someplace where you can observe it?
They took it to the vet.
What?
I say, I wonder if they ever took it to the vet, if he ever got shots.
They didn't. I don't know. I don't know.
Either.
Probably not. Probably not. What's the point of that? It's a domestic pet.
Yeah, you
it's
can
in
just
the house.
quarantine and watch it. And you'll
Right.
know if it
Watch it for a couple of
not.
days, right? If that's the case. They don't tell the parents where they're taking them, and then the parents find out from a press release from these scumbags at the DEC that they snuffed Peanut and Fred for no reason. Absolutely no good reason. Guys, am I wrong about this? Is there anything here that
Paul Cadet, I'm sorry, I'm saying your name wrong. He says psyop. I think there's something there.
There might be.
I believe there's something there.
There might be. Okay.
To make people react in a certain way and think in a certain way.
There might be. I've been saying for the last.
Oscar Gonzalez sent you a super chat.
Thank you, Oscar.
He says, thank you, Uncle Tony and Aunt Kathy. I love your passion on freedom and common sense and your coverage of a wide variety of topics, from automotive repair to the paranormal. Thank you, Oscar.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So I have been saying.
Mount up, right? Yeah, Wayne.
I have been saying for 7 years now, right, almost 8 years, that this is all a show. I know that this is a show. Kathy doesn't necessarily agree with me.
I think that some things are, I don't know, I'm just going to keep my
everything
to
from
myself.
The dark Brandon and it's just please, it's all been it's been a freaking show.
Engineered to make you think a certain way.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's jumped off the rails. 8 years now, it's jumped off the rails. I mean, all of these. All right. I don't think so. Like, I don't think there's enough outrage about this. Maybe it is a psyop. I don't care.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, I don't care if it is a psyop. The point is, these events did take place. I believe that they took place. Whether it's
you know, it's basically like, well, how are people going to react to that? I don't know.
There were people involved here, right? Like there's a whole chain of people and paperwork and documentation and so on and so forth. So whether or not it was set up or whether it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. So I don't think there is enough outrage. I honestly don't. Right? There should be a lot more outrage, and I think this is bipartisan. I don't see this as a political thing, one side or the other.
Overreach.
It's government overreach. Okay, I don't care what the political affiliation of the fucking government overreached in this situation. It doesn't make any difference to me. I don't care.
Well, maybe that's what they want us to see. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't know. What are we talking about? We're talking about
Peanut.
Justice for Peanut the squirrel.
So there were a lot of there were a lot of people involved in this, right? From the person or people who called in the complaint.
There was a woman from Texas, of all places.
Okay, wherever.
She said that the squirrel was being exploited.
Yes, the squirrel was being exploited, and the proceeds were going into funding an animal rescue that actually took place. It wasn't that it was saving up for it. All of this place happened on a rescue at a place that's designated. It's called Peanut's Freedom Farm.
Yeah.
Somebody made the complaint.
Yes.
Somebody took the complaint and didn't bother looking into it to say, hey, wait a minute, there's a domestic pet, there's a famous domestic pet.
Maybe they did, and they're just like, oh, that breaks the rules.
Okay.
There are people that do that, obviously.
Well, okay, so this is what I'm saying. Regardless, all right, there's the person who called in the complaint. There's the person who took the complaint. There's the person who brought the complaint to the judge. There's the judge who signed off on the search warrant. There's the dozen or so agents that went on the raid, okay? There's whoever actually did the actual snuff on Peanut and Fred, okay? So we're talking about there's probably 20, 25 people involved in all of this.
I wonder if
individuals.
They their bodies back to bury them. Probably not.
Probably not. So there's about 25 people involved in this. All right. So I have to say this very clearly, okay? I wish none of these people and I'm not being like, I wish none of these people any physical harm, okay? I wish them no economic harm. I wish them no property harm, okay? So let's make that very clear.
McIntyre says, I'm scared.
Let's make that very clear, okay? But I'm here, right, now, openly cursing these people, Okay? I'm openly cursing these people. I hope that each of them lives well beyond their natural years. But I hope that from this point forward, during that period of time that they're alive, not a single one of them has a single instant of peace or happiness.
They
I
probably
hope they're
won't.
tortured psychologically in every possible way. And I hope that when each and every one of them lies down to take their final breath at their very old age, I hope they all die screaming.
Okay. MLG 1969 sent you super chat. Thank you,
Thank you.
MLG. We really appreciate that. You didn't ask us anything though.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Don't talk about it anymore, and don't wish bad things on people.
Don't wish bad things on
No,
people.
you know what?
I
They're gonna
hope
bring it on
they
themselves.
all
They've already
die
brought it.
screaming.
They've already brought it on themselves. Don't wish bad things on people. Don't curse people. Don't
They're
wish bad
cursed.
things. Don't-
I have cursed them.
They've done it
They
to
are
themselves.
cursed. Okay?
Okay.
And any of you watching this,
Oh my
if you
goodness.
practice in the
No,
metaphysical sort of things,
no.
give it to them.
No.
give it to them good and hard.
Tony, no. Okay, I disagree with that, but all right.
I ain't
It's
worried about karma.
No.
I'm not.
Well, okay.
Karma can't show me any kind of hell that I don't know
Do
already.
we have any
I ain't
car
worried
talk?
about it. What's that?
Do we have any car talk?
Yeah, let's talk about cars.
Yeah.
This thing really got me pissed off.
Well, I understand. It's really messed up. Have you ever run over a squirrel, Tony?
Yes.
That's different. Not on purpose.
I would never.
Never on purpose.
I would never hurt a squirrel on purpose.
We swear.
I don't
not
hurt anything. I know. I see spiders and stuff. I either let them go or I escort them out of the freaking house. I don't hurt anything. If you come after me, you bite me, it's over, okay? But I believe that everything should just be left, you know. But of course, I've accidentally hit squirrels. I ran over a rabbit once. That really bothered me. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right? It happens. That happens. I almost crashed a motorcycle trying to avoid a possum over here a couple of years ago. Okay, but that's different. That's different.
Okay, so Frosty the Iceman says, "Hey, Uncle Tony, let's get your mind off this awfulness. I'm working on a '66 Hemi short block at work. Explain to me why some clown would girdle the mains.
Why they would what?
Girdle the mains.
Oh, why they would girdle it?
Yeah.
All right, so it was probably run on fuel at some point. Is the deck O-ringed, or is the deck cut for receiver rings? So the cross bolts on an Iron 426 Hemi don't do anything to support the main saddles. They're only there for NASCAR type of use, sustained high RPM to keep the cab from walking around. So it was very common in the Iron 426 days for a block to only last 3, 4, 5 runs before it would crack the main saddles.
He says, no, it's a street motor.
It was originally a street motor?
That's what he says. He says, no, it's a street
Well,
motor.
then I don't know. I can't imagine.
I don't know. Sorry for the yelling, everybody. They come here on a Sunday night to relax.
Sorry, guys. I'm allowed to be upset by things.
I understand.
You know?
Yeah. But you, I mean...
And I was given this forum, and
yeah, I know.
I feel it.
You need to yell about the squirrel.
Somebody's got to do it.
I know.
Somebody's
Well, a
gotta
lot
do
of
it.
people are yelling about the squirrel. You're not
More
the
people
only
should
one.
know about the squirrel. There should be actually,
It's not just the squirrel. It's
the idea there should be global
lot.
outrage over this. This
lot.
should not just
More than
pass
that.
quietly. There should be outrage. If this causes World War III, so be it.
I think that's maybe the point.
If
To
this
be
causes
honest with you, that's kind of my opinion on it. It's like, well, this is a very odd thing to happen.
It's a very odd thing to happen at a very odd time.
At a very odd time, yeah.
Okay. Well, if this is the reaction that they were looking to elicit, they got it. They got it.
What is that noise? Is that Winnie?
Yeah, there's somebody wanting to get in here.
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
Let me see it, Winnie. Is it good for your thoughts on the squirrel? Okay, I agree with you. It's good.
What was that?
Stop. It's good for your thoughts on the squirrel. I agree with you. I came to wax, but I'm part of Tony's army, and we are here to serve, Curtis Randolph says. Oh my goodness.
I appreciate that, Curtis.
New York is a very bad place.
A very bad place. I could smell the evil in that place from the time that I was a baby. From the time I was a baby.
Darla is jumping on me. Get down, Darla.
I could not wait to get out of there.
Let's see. Evan says Peanut and Fred took 4 hours to find, and they bit the officers who subsequently murdered them. Peanut was defending himself.
Of course, he was defending himself. But that's besides the point. Why wouldn't this officer, who's supposed to be a trained environmental protection person, why would they not have gloves? Why would they not have some sort of protection against this possibly rabid, crazy little animal?
That's right, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I handle dogs all the time, and you know what they're gonna do. You kind of know dogs, so you take certain precautions with strange dogs. So you would, if he handles possibly rabid animals, you would think that he would be taking major precautions.
I pet dogs all the time. Okay, I see a random dog, I pet it.
Well, you should be careful.
I've been bitten. I got bit by a homeless guy's dog.
A person? What?
I got bit by a homeless guy's dog. This was maybe a year ago, recently.
Yeah.
Where the guy was out there on the corner with his dog, and I was like, so I gave him some money for dog food, right?
Yeah.
I don't normally,
Right.
I don't really give for panhandlers, you know what I'm saying? But I saw the dog, and I was like, okay, you know, I'm a dog person, can I tell you? So I gave him some money. I says, here, go get your dog some food, right? So I went to pet the dog, and the dog bit me.
Yeah, you
and I'm like,
do that.
but I wasn't bothered by that. It's like the dog doesn't know me from shit, and it
That's what
doesn't
I'm
know
saying.
what I'm doing. And for all it knows, I'm attacking. It's
Yeah, you have to ask people first.
But the point of the matter is, the dog bit me. I don't care.
What kind of dog was it?
I was a little dog. It was a little dog.
Yeah, you're
right?
lucky. Lucky it wasn't a big dog.
I don't care. When I reached out to pet the dog, the dog bit me. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
But how are you a professional going in there to get an animal and you're not wearing protective clothes?
Yeah. Right. Well, I know. Kid, no.
What was that?
Grumpy Stolskin sent you a super chat. He says, give them a long kill. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. No. I'm sorry. We can't do that.
All right.
Craig Simpson sent you a super chat. UTG. Justice for Peanut merch. Oh, no, we can't make money on that. We'd have to give the money away, and I'm only one person. I can't print all that stuff.
I'm sure that.
Yeah, I'm sure they're making it. Yeah.
I'm sure there's millions of people, because there were millions of people who followed Peanut. I'm sure.
Go on Twitter or X.
Yeah, economically they'll be more than
Yeah.
taken care of. So that's not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't change the fact that that was this guy's pet.
Mm-hmm.
He loved Peanut. Peanut loved him. It's that simple. I don't care if it's a squirrel or a dog or a kid. It doesn't make any difference to me.
Right. Deep breaths. New City Carpet says. Yeah, I know. Plymouth Peanut Power. Mike N is laughing. What the hell are we talking about? Jay's philosophy says. What are we talking about?
You got to go back to the beginning, bro.
Yeah, the
you gotta
squirrel.
Go back to the beginning.
The squirrel that was killed in New York.
I
it's not a screwdriver. It's
I think I said my
Yeah.
piece with it.
Boy, tonight started off spicy. Joe K says. Drunk on power, government officials. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
More than just drunk on power. So I know, because like I said, I lived in New York. I lived amongst these beings, okay? I'm not talking about the people, the citizens of New York. I'm talking about...
It's not just New York. It's a common trait amongst human beings is that they love to inflict...
But wait a second. I'm talking specifically about New York because I can speak on authority about New York. I know that it's in other places, right? But I can tell you I know for certain because I've known many city employees or government employees from New York. And I can tell you for certain that there are profiles that psychological profiles specifically that they hire. There's types of people that New York.
Well, they have to hire people that will follow orders. That's
Right,
the whole point.
right. They go for low IQ people. They go for sociopaths. Right. If you're a good, healthy, balanced, even-minded or fair-minded person, there is no chance.
That's the type of person that will question their
Right. There is
authority.
no
Yeah.
chance of you ending up in
Right.
any sort of authority position in New York.
No, yeah. No,
Okay?
it never happened.
No chance. I don't care if it's freaking one in a library.
Right.
You can guarantee
They will punish you. They'll punish you.
you will get punished. Okay.
And put you where you can't do anything.
They have certain psychological profiles that they hire off of. So and so that's why the entire place is run like this. The entire place is run like this. And I know
I
this.
think that, but that's any city government.
Yeah,
I don't think it's not just New York.
I can't talk about other
Right.
places. I can talk about New York because I have personal experience with the people.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the psychological tests that they were given.
We do have like people that work for the city on here, though.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you.
And I'm sure that they go into work and they deal with it every day. I mean, there are some good people there, but usually their hands are tied. That's kind of how that works.
I stand by what I said. For you to get hired by the city, okay, you got a problem. Okay, there's something in your psychological profile that's bad. Okay.
My blood pressure is spiking, KJ Kylie says. Mine is spiking too.
Mine's up there.
Yeah. Yours is up there. New City Carpet says we pay almost $500 per month in fire code fees to protect flooring samples.
Oh, please.
Crazy.
It's a shakedown. Everything is a shakedown. Everything.
That's so crazy.
It's insane. So there are exceptions. There are exceptions. Okay, fire department isn't like that. Fire department hires good people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The EMTs and all that. No. Okay. There are
Take it
exceptions. There are exceptions
Yeah,
to
don't
the.
listen to what Tony says.
What's that?
I said, don't listen to what Tony says. I said, take that back. It's not all of what you said. Some of that, definitely, and I think that that's mostly in higher-ups.
Well, that's the thing.
Higher-ups, the people that really, really get promoted. Those are the people that are easily controlled.
The people
Evan M says, I am outraged.
The people I knew that got hired on as cops and stuff like that in New York are the same ones that used to like pull flies off of friggin' wings. Your wings off of flies.
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. Well, New York is a special kind of place. Let's see. War Ghost. Hey, Tony. How do old D500 dump trucks and heavy trucks powered by slant sixes even function?
Lots of gear. Lots of gear. Granny gear in first and 530s in the rear.
Yeah, let's see. Maggie wants out so she can warn her squirrel and raccoon friends. Oh, they would eat them. They would attack them.
Yeah.
Russ Speeders Derelict says it's the same at the federal level. Managers only pick people to be supervisors that are no threat to management. Right.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
Yep.
how that works.
Yep.
Yeah. Carl says,
And
I
the
was
sausage-
just following orders. Yes.
Yep. They were all just
And
following
that's
orders.
what happens. What oil do you run in your Jeeps?
Anything that's cheap.
Yeah.
Anything that's cheap.
Let's see. Yeehaw says, Handle Tony, ever heard of a guitar called the Gibson Firebird? It was designed by a guy named Ray Dietrich who worked for Chrysler in the 50s.
Yeah, I'm not a musical instrument guy.
Winnie.
I can't say I've ever heard of it.
Darlis.
Winnie!
Mexican spec. Elon is supposed to get rid of all of that to slim down the federal government. I hope that happens. Elon is supposed to get rid of all that? Oh, I don't know. Here's another one.
I don't know what's happening with
Here's
all. I
another
don't
one.
know. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm completely removed from the whole
Yeah,
thing. I
yeah.
don't know. Winnie!
Can we please talk about my EcoBoost Mustang 2020?
Sure, what do you want to talk about it? What, Maggie? What? What, Darla? What? What? What do you want? What do you want? Well, your anxiety is off the chain tonight. Do we have anything for them?
He
Maybe
says
treats
because
for
I need
them?
my 2.3 to be faster.
Watch. Go to Unity Motorsports Garage. Wait, no, here. Go take care of them for a second.
Take care of them. Where
Yeah,
you going?
keep talking with them.
They don't want to talk to me.
They want to talk.
They want to talk to you. Oh my goodness. Swamp rat. No, not swamp rat. Bragon says give Winnie some attention. Yeah, I know. She needs a lot of attention. Darla probably senses what happened with Peanut. Probably. Let's see. Winnie. Good evening, Boomer. You're late to the party. Oh yeah, you missed it. You missed Tony's rant.
All right, come on.
Let's see.
Let's see how that works.
Yeehaw's right about the Gibson guitar at Firebird. Oh, okay. Woof woof. Yeah, she's a little
They're all a little
attention
nutty.
star. I've been gone for
There's
like
some,
4 days.
there's some pee by the door.
What?
One of them pee by the door.
Oh, they're being spiteful. That's what they're doing. Being spiteful. It's,
Hey.
I do not know. Okay. I'm looking to do a 440 and maybe turbo it. Do you think I can get 15 miles per gallon?
Oh, sure. You can get 15 with a well-tuned 4. We get my Charger, our '67 Charger. We're getting, and I haven't done anything to tune it. So it's got a stock, it's got a cast iron intake, a ported cast iron intake manifold, and an 800 Edelbrock. And I have not touched it as far as like tuning or anything like that goes. Just make it run, right? And we took it to Bowling Green and back, which was 100 miles from here to Bowling Green. And what did we get on that? Like 13 on the way out, and then like 14 on the way back. Stock. And that's with a 3,500 RPM converter, 323 gears, and the car weighs over 4,000 pounds. So, yeah, you shouldn't have any problem.
Horatio Hooligan says mayor of Staten Island. We had a borough president.
Borough
The
president.
mayor was whoever was mayor of New York City.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Pentastar video, Crazy 77.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see. Can we talk? No. Can we take Bottle Rocket to the track to see how well it's doing?
We're supposed to go on this coming Friday. We've already
Are
got the
you?
dog sitter lined up. Yeah, it's supposed to race Dr. Art.
We have the dog sitter lined up?
November 8th.
What?
You had Doris last time she was here.
Hang on, I'm going to check my phone. It's holding up the...
Oh, Jesus.
No, we should. Yeah, we should. I think I asked her.
Yeah, we're supposed to race Dr. Art next Friday night
No, there's something on the 8th.
with Bottle Rocket.
Dog pictures. You have to take dog pictures.
Okay, we'll take dog pictures.
But I
too.
don't see... Hang on. Alright, we'll figure it out. What kind of miles per gallon do your Jeeps get?
The two-wheel drive ones. Okay, so the red 98 that I usually drive, automatic two-wheel drive, and that thing regularly gets over 20 miles to the gallon. 60, 65 miles an hour on the highway, it'll go 23, 24. The black one that we've been using for the last month or so, because I've got to do the motor in the red one. The red 98, not Mission Improbable. The black one is four-wheel drive, and we only get about 18 with that. So there's a big difference in mileage between the two-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive. And the one that we tow with, I got a white 99 automatic, right, 4-liter automatic, and the only time I ever use that is to tow. and we get like 15 miles to the gallon, towing 5,000 pounds with it. So,
Okay. How fast is Bottle Rocket? Robert Bray wants.
kinda.
He's asking you how fast it is.
It's kind of fast.
It's kind of fast.
Yes. It's.
For
I mean, it's.
318. It's fast for a 318.
It's super slow for a fast car.
Right.
It's super fast for a slow car.
Yeah.
That's.
It's fast for a 318.
Yeah. It's pretty fast for what it is.
Is it a fast car? No.
No.
Right. Did you move your clock back? Yes, it's dark out. Early. It'll be dark at 4 o'clock soon.
That threw me. Usually on Sunday nights, before we go live, I'll jump on a bike and just hit a couple of back roads.
For a ride, though.
Yeah, but it was like already getting dark and it was
Oh.
getting chilly. I just kind of, it took the fun out of it.
I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. I use premium in my stockish 71383 Charger. Am I wasting money?
Using premium in your stockish 3D3 Charger, it depends. If it's a if it's a 4-barrel motor, if it's a 3D3 Magnum, so it'd be 4-barrel with 10 1/4 1 compression, then yeah, use the premium. If it's a 2-barrel motor, or originally was a 2-barrel motor with 8.5 to 1 compression, then yeah, 87 is fine. Just I run 87 in our truck. So
Everything gets 87.
everything is 87. The only things that don't get 87.
Charger, right?
No, with the Charger.
You put in the Charger?
Yeah. The only things that don't get 87 is Bottle Rocket, Slaghammer, and Mission Improbable.
Okay.
Everything else I have currently on the road. Like the Roadrunners have high compression, so I would have to use a better gas there. But no, the Charger, I use 87 in that.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's set for 34 degrees total timing. I don't know what the initial is. I only set it for total. But that's for 34 degrees total, and it doesn't ping or anything.
Okay, let's see. How much sugar is in Tang?
Oh,
A lot.
a lot.
It's all sugar.
But it's really the only sugar so I don't really have anything else.
Speed Demon says it's 6 p.m. in California, but it feels like 8 p.m.
Oh, it's daylight savings is a killer. It really is.
Is that why there's no lantern outside?
We're inside.
Or outside?
It's a little chilly. It's windy.
Cold. Yeah, it's windy.
Yeah. It's not cold, but it's
Yeah.
windy.
Let's see. Greetings, Seth.
Greetings.
Scarlet Fire says in Massachusetts premium gas is $1,010 more than regular. No, it's a $110 more than
That's
regular.
expensive gas.
Let's see. Can you find ethanol free in Tennessee?
Yeah, there's Circle K gas stations have it here.
Gizmo says, what's your thoughts on a stock 2-barrel or Chinese 4-barrel intake with a real 1406 daily driver 318?
An intake manifold doesn't care what was made. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. If budget's an issue, just use one of them Chinese manifolds. Watch out for the Chinese air gap. Not for any other reason that the drive really. I had a friend of mine used one on a 360, and that thing was undrivable for the first 10 or 15 minutes. Even during the summer, it's just right. It took a long time for the heat to radiate all the way through that thing to where it was actually usable on a street situation. But and a 1406 is fine.
George Nimick
Yes.
finally made it to another stream.
Hello,
after
George.
Several weeks of trying. Oh,
Welcome back.
I'm sorry. You have to sit through this.
Oh, it wasn't that
Be
bad.
entertaining, Tony. Be entertaining.
Where's my pop?
He yelled earlier, so you missed that. You might want to.
Go back to earlier. I had a bit of a meltdown.
Yeah, meltdown. That's always fun. It's because you're watching. What were you watching?
Just I saw one peanut video. I clicked on it, and then all of these peanut videos started popping up, and I started watching them all.
You became enraged. All right. Wargo says, "Hey Tony, I have a '97 Suburban 2500 auto with a 350. It was rated to only tow 6,000 pounds. What's the best mods to make it tow more?
Yeah, that's a good question. So every vehicle's tow package is a little bit different based on what its standard equipment is. I can't give you, okay, like this is like a safety thing, okay? I can't give you an accurate recommendation as to how to upgrade your vehicle for towing because I don't know what its deficiencies are. So what you need to do is find the version, you have to do some research, find the version of your vehicle that's equipped specifically for towing the maximum amount, and then check all of the boxes. What does that have? Did it have different brakes? Did it have different gear ratios? Did it have a transmission cooler? Did it have an oil cooler? What was the size of the radiator? I mean, there's so many different things, right up to including the brake light switch. Because like a regular car is intended to tow, let's just 5,000 pounds, right? It's standard trim, it'll have a regular brake light switch. But let's say you now put a bigger trailer behind it, okay, and you're using brake lights with the trailer, okay? The brake light switch is different. It's going to have a heavy-duty brake light switch. It's like little things like that. I don't know what the tow package of your vehicle called for, so you need to do that homework and incorporate all of those things into what you've got.
Okay. New City Carpet sent you super chat.
Thank you.
Is it possible I created excessive oil windage having a 1.5 quarts over?
Okay.
GTO ran 2/10 slower in food air today?
Good air.
Good air. In good air today. Sorry.
But you were a quart and a half over?
Thank you for your help as always, Gary.
Is that what you said?
1.5 quarts over.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because under acceleration, so if you were up over the baffles in the oil pan, under acceleration, any oil that was above the baffles was able to climb up the back of the engine and wrap itself around the number 7, number 8 connecting rods and the crankshaft counterweight and all of that. So yeah, absolutely, an extra quart and a half will cost you big.
Nice Pentastar video. Love the diversity of the content.
Thank you.
Excellent, Max.
Didn't get many views. It's not getting many views.
That's okay.
Usually the history ones do. What do we got
You know,
here?
people are distracted.
How many views do we got?
There's a lot
Oh,
going
Jesus,
on.
it's only got 15,000
Yeah,
views.
it's kind of views. It's okay.
Oh my God. Maybe it's over.
It might be over.
I think it's over.
It could be
I think I had a good run on YouTube.
Yeah.
But
Could be
I think
over.
it's over now.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Shangri-La 73 Eldorado says, Tony, what is the best way to circulate oil in your engine first thing in the morning? New oil pump?
Say that one more time now.
What is the best way
Yeah.
to circulate oil in your engine first thing in the morning? New oil pump?
Are you having a problem with oil circulation when you first start it?
It doesn't say.
I don't know. It doesn't really make. I can't answer that question because I don't really know what the question is.
Okay. Well, a new oil pump is never a bad thing, right?
I mean, generally speaking, oil pumps never wear out.
No, sometimes they do.
It's the best lubricated part in the engine. The
Yeah.
only way an oil pump goes bad is if it sucks in debris,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and generally metal debris. So you've got another problem killing it. It has to be something big enough to get through the holes, the screen and the strainer. So I've seen like for instance, the old days used to have the nylon gears that would disintegrate, and little pieces of them would sometimes get past the screen and into the oil pump. But that generally won't kill the oil pump. There has to be something metal in there because the oil pump, most of them are gerotor design, a gear and a rotor. Some of them are double gear, like the Buicks. The part that generally goes bad or the malfunction you'll find most often in an oil pump is a bypass. So what happens? So you got to keep in mind the gears in an oil pump are the best lubricated parts on Earth. Okay, like literally, they're the best lubricated parts on Earth. So unless something gets in there and kills them, they don't go bad. The part that will fail or give you problems in an oil pump is the bypass. So there's a device inside the oil pump to limit the total amount of pressure it can see. So based on our an oil pump is a direct pump. So it's linked to RPM. So if it makes round numbers. So if it makes 40, let's say it makes 50 psi at 2,000 RPM, it'll make 100 psi at 4,000 RPM, which is like way too much. So there's a spring and a poppet inside the pump that opens at a predetermined RPM and limits the total amount of pressure. Well, sometimes you'll get debris in there and it won't close completely. So at that point, you have a good pump, but with a leaking bypass. And when the bypass leaks, you don't get any pressure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't even remember what the question was. I have no idea. I have no idea what question I was just answering.
Okay.
But yes.
Good. That's good. Let's see. Fubar's here. He's put up a link to our merch.
Welcome, Fubar, and thank you.
Okay. Wow. There's a lot of comments that just went by.
Okay.
If I'm gonna miss a bunch of them, sorry guys. I'm trying to scroll back. Let's see. Lewis A. The tiny oil passage holes in the motor is what makes oil pressure. Evan M. I'm putting a bigger turbo on my 2.3, going to kill its reliability. Okay.
It's not the size of the turbo; it's the amount of boost. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Biggest turbo on Earth. Well, actually, I have a hard time turning the biggest turbo on Earth based on the amount of exhaust that a little engine can produce. But it's not the size of the turbo; it's how much you feed the motor. So, what are you limiting the boost to? That's the question.
Thumper says, I've only broken 10,000 views on 2 shorts. I suck at this.
Well,
No, you don't.
Well, first off, you're wasting your time on shorts.
Yeah, don't do shorts.
Don't do shorts. Do videos.
Yeah, make videos.
Do videos. Let me see. Keep going. I'm gonna go to Thumpers.
He's going to your page.
I'm going to your page, man. I'm gonna give you a critique.
Mexican Spec has a good question about the Pentastar logo.
I'm listening,
All right,
Mexican Spec.
I'm going to scroll up. Mike N said. Hang on. I'm missing a lot of comments right now. Hang on. What am I doing? I read. Things are weird tonight. Why are things weird, Mexican Spec?
Things are weird. But go ahead. What was Mexican
I don't know.
Spec's
I'm looking
question?
for it. He's talking to other people.
Okay. Okay.
When Tony talks a lot, I miss a lot of comments. That's just the way it is.
Oh, what's the name of his number? Or the name of his channel?
Thumper the sweaty fat guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. What's the name of your channel? I can't find Mexican Spec comment about the Pentastar. He's going to have to ask again. Oh, he says, I always thought the 5 points of the Pentastar was for the Imperial, Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth, and Valiant.
What about the soda?
What about the soda?
What about Fargo? Yeah, I saw people comment
He
about
says,
that.
sweaty fat guy. At sweaty fat guy.
Okay, sweaty fat.
At sweaty fat guy.
That's the name of your channel.
Is that the name of your channel? What's the name of your
views.
channel? We don't want the at. I guess it's Thumper the sweaty fat guy.
I just put that in. I didn't get anything.
Well, maybe because he doesn't have a lot of subs. How many subs do you have?
Spell it now. Thumper. See, regular spell Thumper.
Thump. Just the word thump.
Thump.
Okay, space.
Space. There's no space.
Make a space.
Okay.
ER.
ER.
Space.
Space.
The
sweaty
fat guy.
Okay.
You making the
sweaty
space?
guy.
You making space? The space.
Hang on.
Tony's looking. Oh, Mexican Spec put a link up to his channel. You have to go to our chat.
Oh, Jesus.
He's not on our chat right now.
Okay, hang on. I'll go to our chat.
I'm on the,
How do I get to my chat?
go to our channel. Go to our channel.
Okay, home. Okay.
Okay. Go to our channel.
Our channel.
Oh, my own.
UTG.
No. Just go to our channel right there, the little logo on the side.
Oh, but wait, I can do it this way.
Okay.
Look,
sure.
here I am.
Okay, click on that.
Click on that.
He doesn't know how to get to our channel. Alright.
Just showing you guys how freaking useless I
Okay,
am.
do you see Mexican Specs link to Thumper?
Yes.
Okay,
I
click
got
on
it. Okay.
Okay, he's
All right.
got it.
You've got 1,000
Let's see.
subscribers and 453 videos. Oh, look, there's me.
What are you doing on there? Oh, is it like a
Help save
save
my.
video?
All right, let's see. 38 views, 456 views, 151 views. Oh man, yeah, okay. You need.
He makes video.
All right. So
How many subs does he have?
he has 1,068 subs,
Okay.
which is a good number. 453 videos. He's got a lot on there.
He says I've been collecting long form. I've been collecting long form to drop regularly because the work takes me forever.
You don't
okay.
need long form. I'll tell you what you need. You need a bunch of short videos. Okay. Yeah, all right. So you're already doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
He says just using the shorts to keep it going.
okay. So here's what you have to do, right? Pretend that you're just starting, that you don't have anything going, because you really haven't been able to create any momentum here, right? So pretend that you don't have anything in the past. What you need to do is every single day, post something between 1 and 3 minutes long, but don't post them as shorts, post them as videos, okay? A very direct video. So, Pontiac gas cap identification guide, okay? Something like that, direct. The thumbnail, obviously, important thumbnail, the wording on the thumbnail, but mostly in the title and the description. YouTube is a search engine.
Yeah, it needs to be a question someone is asking.
Right. The only way people are going to be guided to your channel when you first get started or before you build momentum, the only way people are ever going to get guided to your channel by YouTube is if they type in a question.
Yeah, how do you such and such?
Right.
Or what is such and such?
Right. Or a specific search term.
Right.
Right. So you need to start like as if you've never done anything before. And here's the other thing too. All right, so here's what's going to, I tell this to so many people and this works, okay? People don't know you, right? They have to get to know you. If you put out long form videos and they don't know you, they're not going to click on it. Even if the title, the thumbnail.
Yeah, it could be the greatest video.
It could be the greatest video. You could have the JFK assassination and Lindbergh baby and all of these great mysteries. Is who built the pyramids? You can have all of that in there. But if the video's more than just a couple of minutes, nobody's going to click on it because they don't know you. So you have to first get them to know you. All of your videos have got to be between 1 and 3 minutes long when you first get started. And you probably got to do a couple of hundred of them like that.
If you can answer a technical question in 3 minutes, that's perfect.
Yes. Yeah. That's how you build momentum. That's how you get people to be like, oh, wait, hey, this guy's pretty good.
Right.
He's sharp. Or I just learned something from him. I'm going to sub, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this is how you get momentum going.
As somebody that watches YouTube and I'm always searching tutorials, I'll put in like how you blah 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 blah, right? And videos will come up. And I'll search the length of them.
Exactly, the shortest one.
Because I'm doing something and I have a question that I need answered. Usually it's like with a program that I'm using. So if I see like that video is 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, I pick the 3 minute one
Yeah,
first.
I do exactly the same thing.
Because I know, okay, I need this information quick. I just want it, just give it to me, and then I got to go back to my program.
I do
my
exactly the same thing. When I'm researching something or I'm trying to figure something out and I'm looking for information, I do exactly the same thing. There could be 10 videos that pop up, and I scan through the timer and I find the shortest one. Right?
And if that one sucks, then you go to the next one.
And then when I click on that video, I automatically skip ahead.
Yeah, if they don't start talking about your problem right away, it's like, you're done. Right. Let me go to the next one.
Okay, so now this is contradictory. This is contradictory because I'm known for rambling on. Okay.
But you're an established.
But I've been doing this for a long time, and people who tune into the channel, I don't care if I get any new subs. I care about keeping the old subs entertained, or you know what I mean. I don't care if I get if I never get another new sub. I don't really care. We're good. So I'm known for rambling, for going off topic, for doing all these other things. But people click on my videos when they know me. So when I first got started, for the first year that we did videos.
Oh, you never rambled.
Oh, geez. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And the first video we had success with, that really put us on the map, was everything you need to know about an Edelbrock carbon under a minute.
Yeah.
And we didn't get much traction on YouTube with it, but we got hundreds of thousands of views on Facebook with it. Mm-hmm. And that transferred to YouTube subs and YouTube views. But the whole point of that video is go back and watch that video, right? It's called Everything You Need to Know About an Edelbrock Carbon Under a Minute. And literally, it's like 98. It's like 58 seconds, and it's got like 10 edits in it. It's like 7 scenes and like 10 edits, and it's a minute long. Video, but it's action packed, like literally, boom, 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 rapid fire. Okay, so that's the video that actually got us going, and that was kind of a template for all of our early videos.
You have a super chat.
It's
been waiting.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But Thumper, did that help at all?
Maybe.
Did that help at all?
Eric Swenson sent you super chat.
Thank you, Eric.
He says, "Good evening, Tony and Kathy. If you two had the option to bring back a vehicle brand, what would it be and why?" Oh, Plymouth, eh?
No.
No, you gonna bring back Plymouth? No.
No. What would be the distinction of a Plymouth today?
I don't know. Well. He's asking about what brand you would bring back.
But that's the thing, right? It's like so you take something like DeSoto, okay? DeSoto has been gone since 1963, right? Yeah. 61 years. So if you brought back DeSoto, would DeSoto still be DeSoto?
No.
Right. So if you brought back Plymouth, would it still be Plymouth? So these are just names. The ideology and the concepts behind the vehicles have all been
passed with the people that built them.
Passed with the people who built them, exactly. Yeah. So that's a question. It's like, no, it's like they're dead, leave them dead.
Shangri-La 73 El Dorado sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
I'm told oil seeps to the bottom of the pan, so when I start up the car, I hear a lot of ticking noise. Once the car warms up, engine is quiet. What can I do to make the engine lubricate faster?
Oh, okay. That's a much clearer answer. All right. Yes, oil automatically goes to the bottom of the pan. That's the foundation of a wet sump system. Okay, that's normal. What you're having is excessive clearance when the engine is cold. How thick is the oil? You may just be running too thin of an oil. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm still screwed up with this peanut thing. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. It's totally thrown me off. All right. My friend. What you're experiencing is a lifter bleed down. Okay, which is a fairly normal thing in an older engine, right? So here's what happens. You got hydraulic lifters, and the lifters need oil inside of them to act as a cushion, but keep everything in tension, right? So the oil fills the lifter, The lifter keeps the push rod tight against the rocker stays tight against the valve. When you shut your car off and there's no oil pressure, the valve springs, there's this pressure from the valve spring is pushing up on the rocker, down on the push rod, down into the lifter, and the lifter is bleeding oil, okay? And so as it bleeds oil, now when you go to restart it, that gap has to get filled again. And it takes a few seconds, sometimes a minute, depending how sloppy things are inside your engine. It takes a little bit for it to warm up, pump the oil back into the lifter, and all of that slop in the valve train disappear. And you could have a couple of lifters doing this. It doesn't necessarily have to be one. It could be a couple of them. The bad news is there's probably really nothing you're going to be able to do effectively to change that. Where are you going?
Putting the air on.
All right, but you have to hurry back.
Okay.
Hey, Maggie. So the bad news is there's nothing you're going to pour in there that's likely to change it. You could try all the magical mystery tour stuff, right? But mechanical damage, mechanical wear is mechanical wear. So that's the bad news. The good news is it's kind of normal for an older engine, and it, as long as after it's running for a minute or two, it pumps up and it's quiet, don't worry about it. Just drive it. Just drive it. Cat! I ran out of question. This is dead air. We can't do dead air, remember? This is, oh God, I'm sorry guys. All right, here, wait. Oh, I go back to my own life. Okay, here we go.
Was killing a big bug on the floor.
Look at me, I'm Kathy Bananas. Okay.
What are you doing?
Let's see, I'm looking for, oh, and now I'm seeing myself talk,
Yes,
and it's like I can't,
shut
I threw myself off because I'm seeing myself talk. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, she's back.
Shut it off. Don't panic.
I panic all the time. You know how I panic. Let me shut myself off. I don't
Shut
like.
off.
Here, okay.
Don't freak out.
Is Thumper still here? Thumper, did that make any sense to you? Did that help you at all?
He says, yeah, he's just trying to keep the channel alive right now while he builds stuff, and then he's going to do that. Somebody's growling.
Okay.
He says, yep, when I start building in earnest, I'll do that. Right now, I'm just keeping it alive, so to speak. I guess.
You can keep it alive with effective content, man. You don't have to,
Well, it depends on how busy people are. It's very difficult to run a YouTube channel, to be honest.
It's easy to make those short videos. It's not like he's a stranger to making videos.
Yeah.
What I meant to say, and I cut myself off, was that the algorithm respects frequency. So if you post infrequently, right? Well, like when we first got started, we posted every day religiously, okay? Religiously. And that was one of the ways that we got the momentum, okay? If you haven't established yourself yet, the algorithm won't respect you if it doesn't see like repeated, consistency. So if you post every day, within 24 hours, post. If your frequency is going to be every 2 days, within 48 hours, post, okay? But it's got to be at least 2 or 3 times a week, at least 3 times a week to get started, but preferably once a day. And I'm telling you, this works. This works. Been there, done it, got the t-shirt, and now Kathy's still gone. She's gone. Kathy Bananas.
What?
Hurry up, come on. I just ran out of question again. You were cleaning the pee, weren't you?
No. Stopping the dogs from growling at each other to take a bug away.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even know where we are.
See? You don't care.
He says frequency is what I am keeping ahead of. Alright. Breathe, Tony, breathe.
They don't count shorts for frequency, bro.
No.
Don't count shorts.
Yeah. Okay. Tony, would you do a live stream with my vintage iron?
Yes. Yeah, I would. I've seen his videos. Yeah, absolutely.
JK says he's telling me Next time I have to get up, leave Tony with 2 questions. Yeah? You want 2 questions, Tony?
It's fine. Not that I'll remember.
Uncle Tony's drinking uncooked scrambled eggs. Is that what you're drinking?
No, it's called Tang.
Jeff Hutchins just got back from deer hunting. No luck. Let's see. Help your algorithm. No cussing in the first 60 seconds.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, they read the transcript. They read the transcript.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Eric Swenson
It reads the transcript.
says, Tony, you gotta do episodes like your Pentastar episode in a leather recliner, smoking your pipe, laugh out loud, sharing your wealth of Mopar history. What happened to
The boomer chair?
the boomer chair? People love the boomer chair.
So the problem with the boomer chair right now is that I can't move it easily between Bottle Rocket and the Belvedere.
You should take
there's
it
not
out the
enough
back
space.
door and walk around with the
That's a
shop
lot of
with it.
work.
No, it's not.
That's a lot of work. If I wanted to work, I'd get a job. You know
Tony
that.
doesn't like to move furniture. It's like an impossible thing to him. Do you want me to move it for you next time I come?
No, because then it has to get moved back.
No, it doesn't.
I can't leave it. I don't have enough floor space in the shop to leave it in the middle of the shop.
Goodness. You need the boomer chair. It's part of your persona.
We'll get back to it.
All right. Maple D is here.
Something tells me over the next few months,
You're gonna use the boomer
much,
chair a lot.
much boomer wisdom is gonna have to be.
Oh my goodness. So how long are we going tonight?
You
We're
worked.
71 minutes in.
Kathy put 4 days of long hours in at a dog event, which ours weren't even involved in, but she's a member of the
I
MOTC.
had to run it,
So for 4 days,
run part of it.
she's been putting in like 12-hour, 10, 12-hour stints over there. So I told her we can go, we make it a little shorter tonight if you want. And I think she's getting tired.
I'm a
Kathy
little
Bananas.
tired.
You are a little tired.
I am a little
Go a few more
tired.
minutes.
Okay, a few more minutes. Get your questions in right now. This video didn't show up until 7 p.m. here. I'm sorry, Scoop. That's when we start.
Yeah, that's when we start.
Have you been following the World Cup races? It's insane. No. How does Tony clean his hands?
Spit.
Spit. Like the old days.
Look how clean they are.
Oh, very. That finger is black.
Which block? Oh, that one?
Well, no, the other hand. It's like
That one?
It's like you
That
have
one and
burn
that one?
marks on your fingers. Yeah. How do you do that?
I don't know. Well, it's a burn.
Is it a burn? just a burn marks on your fingers. Why?
This one that one's a blister.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh my goodness.
Because I don't work.
This growling again. I don't know why. All right. So, will a 318 fit into a Yugo?
You can fit anything into anywhere if you really, really want to.
Uh-huh.
Did you guys see the Garage 54 that they just put out, where they built a V16 out of chainsaws? So the motor, it's going to run. Obviously, it's going to run, and it's not going to be really astounding because they're chainsaws, right? Like 16 of them isn't going to be really very. But the way they did it, the craftsmanship of putting those chainsaws together for the V16, then they stuck it in a Lada, but it wouldn't fit, so they stretched the nose on the Lada, okay, by, I'm going to say probably a good 3 feet. This thing was bitchin' looking. It was really, really cool. It's a shame that the motor doesn't make like 900 horsepower because that would fit the look of the vehicle. But like I clicked on the thumbnail because that's amazing. And now I just saw last night. I was falling asleep. And so I didn't really absorb what they were talking about in the video, okay? Where I kind of skipped ahead. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'll do it now. Garage 54, they added springs to the bottom end of an engine. So evidently what they did was they took some relatively high tension springs, okay? And they made a deeper oil pan, and they made a device to anchor the springs like at the bottom of the oil pan. And then they ran the springs to the connecting rods, to the bottom of the connecting rods, okay? Which in a million years I never would have thought of this. But these Russians thought of it, okay? So I saw the basic premise. I fast forwarded through the whole fabrication part because I'm telling you, I was just falling asleep. I couldn't keep my eyes open. And I skipped ahead to the end, and they were doing testing on it. And he was saying that, and he gave numbers, and he gave the numbers in like foreign, okay? So I don't know, it ran
In
something
foreign?
in centimeters, okay? I hate that, okay?
Foreign. That's not a thing.
They gave numbers in foreign, but evidently it made a tremendous notable improvement in this thing's acceleration abilities.
Okay. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you're falling asleep.
I am very tired.
You would think that the pull on the spring, the pull from the spring, would be offset by the energy it takes to stretch the spring, but evidently that's not the case. They got positive results by adding springs to the bottom of connecting rods. So extremely fascinating. Those guys, they think they're master fabricators. Garage 54 is one of the best. Yeah, they do some really off the wall stuff, but it's like for gearhead entertainment, Garage 54 is off the chain. These guys are really, really good. And you know who's really, really good too? And he's on here often, and I gotta give him a shout out, right? Cold War Motors. So Scott's on here. He pops in all the time. We have. Where's his mug? Like usually read.
In the sink. It's in the sink.
It's
I drank out of it this
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, she drinks out of Cold War Motors merch all the time. So he did a video. She left for the dog show this morning, and I was dog sitting, so I flipped on. He did a comparison. He owns two Furies, a 59 and a 60. It was at a 58 and a 59. I don't even remember what years they are. I'm tired myself. What a great video! It was. Did you didn't see it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I've been working for 4 days straight.
Oh. What?
No, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen
Okay.
the sun.
I put a link to it on a community.
Oh, you did? Okay, see,
Yeah.
like I haven't seen any of anything. I put up the video last night when I came home, and then that's it.
So the video is called Deep Dive and Drive 1959 versus 1960 Plymouth Furies, road-going rocket ships from the space age. Go watch this video. Do it when you got like nothing going on. You could just like
Name the channel again for everybody.
Cold War Motors. Cold War Motors. He does a lot of great videos. He deserves a lot more credit. He should have a lot more subs than he does. And I'm looking, he's only got 66,000 subs. That's crazy. He should have more than me. But yeah, absolutely, guys. You want to watch some really good, really entertaining, like detailed video comparison of these two cars? I couldn't stop watching it. It was fantastic. Deep Dive and Drive 1959 versus 1960 Plymouth Furies, Cold War Motors.
Why are you owed 15 minutes from last week, Mexican Scott? You're saying we were owed 15 minutes from last week. Did we?
I guess we cut it short.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Well, we have equity. We've gone over how many times?
Yeah, we've gone over many
Please.
times. Cold War Motors is probably the one guy in North America that can work on a 2-stroke Saab and NSU rotary at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, really talented guy.
I gave you his calendar to put at the shop. Did you hang it up?
No,
Do you have it there? Is it in the office?
I haven't seen it. There's still a pile of stuff
Okay, we have to look from when we
from the
moved.
move.
Yeah.
Yes, Barlow.
Let's see. Ghost Flyer. I haven't watched Sunday Night Live for 3 months, and there's UT drinking the same stein of Tang.
It lasts a long time. That's why I have the big one here. So I could just keep it going for years. Shush, Winnie. It's time to shush. We're doing YouTube. Come over here. Come over here. Okay, ignore me. Yes, good girl. Ignore daddy. Good girl. Good girl.
I
See?
don't care about what you tell her to do. She's going
Stay there. Up.
Oh, she's sad for you.
You're such a good girl.
Tell her she's good. Don't.
She's
You
always
have to reward her when she does something. When you tell her to do something.
And Zara, both of my pumpkins. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you.
She's a good girl.
Look at that face.
I know.
Look at that face.
You know, she wants to do things.
I picked her.
Tricks and
I
stuff.
picked her out of the whole.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I gotta do a video. I gotta do a show. Well, she wants to hold hands.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I love you.
Tell
I
her
know.
high five.
High five. High five. Yes.
No.
Girl, yes.
She's a good girl.
Yes. So she's addicted to frisbee. Like you don't. Oh, I said the F
You
word.
said
And
the
she
word.
just shot down the hallway.
Right.
Now she's barking by the door for me to come out and do frisbee. So we have there's 14 of them back there now. So now we were going for distance because she loves to run and then chase them, right? But now we got to rapid fire frisbee. So I'm sorry, sweetheart.
You keep
I
saying
know.
the word.
I know. So now we're at rapid fire. So she stands about 12, 15 feet out, and I just whip them to him as fast as I can. And she's like, hush, 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 and she just sucks them right out of the air.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't throw them faster than she can catch them.
Right. Yep. Okay, so how much are we gonna go longer? How much are we gonna go?
Winnie, how much are we gonna go?
I can't even speak properly. How much are we going to go longer?
Pick
I
one
think
more.
I'm done, everybody.
Pick one more.
I'm
Kathy
very
Bananas
tired.
fading fast.
I'm very tired.
Pick
I
one
can't
more.
form a sentence.
Pick one more.
She is a border collie.
Yes.
She's a working line border collie.
And
There are two
Maggie-
different lines of border collies.
Come on, baby.
She's a working line.
And this is her mom, her surrogate mom,
I'm sorry, Maggie. Yeah.
the Magster.
Yeah.
The most beautiful dog in the world.
Winnie's smarter than a lot of people. Yeah.
When
she
he's
is.
smarter than groups of people. Okay. I know entire classes of people that Winnie is smarter than.
Hank Hill sent you a super chat.
Thank you, Hank.
I'm about the only Gen Z you'll ever meet that smokes a pipe and drives 60s Chryslers. I can tell you from experience that it matches the cars well. Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You have good taste.
You make me want to get a dog. I understand the joy. You must get a border collie. But
No, B, you got to be prepared to have a border
you have
collie.
to be, that's what I was going to say. You got to be, they're going to wear you out. They will wear you out, and they're really smart, and they need a lot of stimulation. Like, a lot.
You start talking to dog people about border. I say, oh, I think I'm not getting a border collie. And they'll look you in the eye and say, you
No.
don't know, okay?
Yeah, you don't
And I'm telling you, you don't know.
She's a working dog, like a working line, bred specifically to herd cattle.
Yeah.
So they're like really super tough dogs, and she's like, her ancestry is like, what are they? Hall of Fame dogs.
Yeah,
and her
she's-
uncle was sold for like $25,000 because he's like a great herding dog. So she wears the crap out of me. Like, she gets constant mental stimulation from the
Constant.
time she wakes up until the time she goes to bed.
Constant. You guys, you can't imagine. Don't get a border collie.
She's so smart that she needs tasks
Yeah.
all the time. And since she doesn't have sheep, like, I teach her tricks. She just got her advanced title, and now she's gonna
Yeah.
go to the next title.
For Winnie's.
Yeah, her advanced ribbons inside. So, like,
Whopping.
she gets a lot of attention. She takes like at least 3 classes. She's in agility league. She's busy all week long.
What?
Boxers play rough. Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
So before you get a border collie, you must dedicate your life to owning a border collie.
Yeah, seriously, it's
Like,
not a
It's not a regular dog.
no, not a regular dog at all. They're
But
definitely
they're very affectionate. And
Very
totally
affectionate.
worth having if you want to put the work in.
yes.
Yep.
I picked you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would think about it. You can't leave them home all day alone.
No.
They'll eat your drywall.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need.
They can't be bored. Let's see. Water, food, shelter, first aid, medication, means of defense. Oh, they're talking to each other. Okay. All right. William Stamper, I really want an orange kitty to spend time with my 10-year-old cat. Yeah, you should get one.
Go get one.
Yeah.
Shelters are full of them.
Yep. Get a whippet and enter it in the doggy drag races. Well, she does that. She's very fast. She runs 27 miles an hour.
Yeah, we know people with whippets, and they're hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
I'm a border collie person. She suits my personality.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. So we work well together.
Yeah, I'm more of a beagle guy.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You're not a border collie person?
I love her. I love her. I love border. It was my idea to get a border collie.
No, I didn't know.
But I identify with beagles.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Really?
You know, the stink eye they give you. You know?
Stink eye, yeah,
Yeah.
the judgment.
The judgment.
Quietly judging you from the couch.
Yes, they're very demanding, very, you know.
Pushy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beagle is one of the few dogs that will just tell
Don't
you out and
listen.
out, like
Right. Blow you off.
they blow you off. It's like I don't want things that bow down to me. You know what I mean? It's like I
Well-
like that the beagles are they have their own.
Winnie doesn't bow down to me. She's like my partner. She doesn't.
Yeah.
She loves to listen. You know, she loves to please me.
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
think she bows down to me necessarily. But she loves to learn things and she wants to please me.
Yeah, but she won't give you a stink eye and walk away from
Winnie
you.
never.
Right, exactly.
No, she
Maggie
gives
gives me stink eye all the time.
No, Winnie wouldn't have. Winnie doesn't have stink eye in her. Thumper sent you a super chat.
Thank you, man.
Bored working dogs make their own job if you don't give them one. Like eating drywall.
Yes.
Their version of quality jobs is digging in the yard, the sofa, right, or the bed.
Or
Huskies are the
or
same
other
way.
dogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks again. Here's a tenner. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, man.
Yeah, no, Huskies, they're made to run.
Can you see them?
And like they run away all the time, and people are like, "Oh, my husky is gone." Well, what did you think? The dogs are genetically bred to run. So, yeah.
It's-
Winnie is bred to herd.
It's disgusting, okay? But more often than not, you go to pet Maggie, right?
Her neck is like
Her neck and her
slobber.
back is drenched, like she was in the shower. And it's all spit from Winnie.
Yeah. Yeah. Had a husky would eat bones and poop powder for a day or two. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to.
do that.
I
Beagles.
for a couple of years I stopped. Because she said it was disgusting. For a couple of years, the only thing I'd feed my
It
dogs
is disgusting.
were bones.
Yeah, they
And
have to have it outside though, not in the house.
For years, I used to go to the slaughterhouse
Yeah.
and buy bones.
Yeah.
And I'd come back with like a couple of weeks supply of bones. And that's all I fed my dogs. I was like, okay, this is like the most natural thing in the world. And they loved it. They loved it.
Yeah.
But what would happen is after a little while, they'd start to poop just white powder.
Yeah.
Like, just, okay, maybe we need something else in that diet. And then I'd buy them calf livers, and they would eat calf livers for a while. And then when they were pooping again normal, they went back to the bones.
Yep. So I think I can't talk anymore.
You done? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
All right.
everybody. Like,
Let's.
I am really.
Yes, Kathy Bananas
Not
worked
functioning
worked
properly.
her ass off, so she's definitely deserving. I see you've been playing with your toy.
Oh yeah, that is my toy. Put that back on my
Yeah,
desk.
Kathy. It's one of
That's
Kathy
my
plays
fish.
with that. She loves that.
When he wants it.
Yeah. No, Winnie, you can't have that. It's mommy's. All right. So guys, our awesome mods, Mexican Spec, Fubar. I don't know if Zero was in here or not.
I
Guys.
didn't see zero.
Okay. Well, he's always here in spirit.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Relax, Winnie.
Everybody contributed. Shush, Winnie. I'm finishing YouTube. Shush. Shush. Everybody contributed super chat. Thank you so much. It's never expected, but always appreciated.
Winnie.
Everybody contributed with your presence and your conversation.
That's a nice
Thank
bow.
you equally. And
Very nice.
and
Good
and
job.
that's it. That's it from
Good
here.
job.
And
You're a good girl.
rest in peace, Peanut and Fred.
Oh, yeah.
And our truly sincere condolences to the Longo family and the millions of people who followed and loved Peanut.
Yes.
Which is it's just so bad. It's just senseless bullshit. But yes. At any rate,
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
make it stop now.
Have a great night. Have a great week.
Good night all.
Good night.